What's going on, everyone? I hope you're very well. I hope you're having a very nice day. I wanted to start this video with this little terrarium that I made a couple of days ago. You can see that it's a micro terrarium. It's got a lot of different little moss species, and if you haven't subscribed already, you can see down in the description box that I have a terrarium channel. You can check it out if you like this sort of builds. The channel is called Fish Bowls and Musgo, because I also upload videos about aquariums, planet aquariums. So if you like that sort of stuff, you can go ahead and subscribe. It will be really helpful. So anyway, let's go to today's video. So today we're going to be working with this blue juniper. You might have seen it in previous videos, and if you remember, we gave its first wiring to this little guy a couple of months ago, and I also mentioned that this is going to be for a friend. I'm working in this bonsai project for a friend, just because he has given me tons and tons of plants in the past. He expressed his interest in bonsai, and I thought it would be a really cool, detail, a gift to give him a bonsai. And since he likes plants as well, he'll be able to take care of them. Not to say that it's very difficult to take care of a bonsai tree, but he will make it thrive. So anyway, we can see that the wiring is there in place, but we can also see that the wiring has started to bite into the little trunk. So what we got to do today is remove the wire with which we gave its first movement, and start working in the branches. This right here is a sacrifice branch, and this is going to be the apex of the tree. So maybe we're going to do a little bit of pruning, but definitely we're going to remove this wire over here. So I'm going to place the camera down and we can start to do that. Okay, so here I go. The thing about this aluminum wire is that you can very easily unwind it like this, because it's so soft, and it'll be no problem for the plant. And right from the beginning we can see that I've got considerable markings there in the trunk. That's not ideal by any means, but this being a very young tree, it'll be absolutely no problem once it starts to thicken this coming season. So I'm actually doing this because the growth of the tree is stopped. We can use this again. Because it's not growing. We're in winter, and so we can see that the growth of the plant is diminished or completely stopped. So that's why we can do this, the wiring and the wiring, because you want to do this when the plant is not growing, so that you don't stress that out so much that the new growth doesn't have a chance to elongate and to mature. And add energy to the plant. So wow, this is really bad when it comes to the markings, but like I said, it's going to be no problem very soon. So look at this. Like I said, we're going to start thinking about wiring the branches, and we can also go ahead and remove the little branches that we're not going to need. So for example, this one right here, I'm definitely going to use this one, and it's already more mature, more elongated. The little branches lignified very well, and so this one that grows right next to the one that we're going to use, we can remove. So let's go ahead and remove that. Didn't go all the way through. There we go. We remove it, I don't know about this one. And another thing is that I want to keep a lot of foliage so that my friend can continue to design it. I don't want to give him an already made tree, although some people might prefer that. I kind of get the feeling that since he likes plants so much, it would be a good idea for him to continue the developing process. So let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the pruning that I'm going to do. If we come in, we can see that the little trunk is nice and thick. So this is developing very well, but yeah, this is too bad now. So what we can do is fertilize heavily so that this branch and this branch continue to elongate, and that way this branches, these markings will disappear completely, really. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this wire to work on the branches. Yeah. So I'm gonna position the plant so that you can see better, and then we're gonna start with the process. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So I'm gonna come in and wire this one, the main branch. So I'm going to remove all of these little shoots that start to grow at the base of the branches, and I'm going to wire this one with this one. Yeah, so it's going to be sort of like a B shape, and then you're going to be able to move. Yeah, I think this is better. Like so. Realizing that it's going to be too short. Since these branches are very well ramified, or at least partially ramified, I'm only going to use the wiring of today's procedure to, put them in place. I'm not going to deal too much with little shoots and branches that look out of place. I'm just going to, like I said, deal with the primary structure, the primary location of the branch. Yeah. So we got the first one over there. Now, the next one would be this one and this one, or this one, this one. I'm not sure. Maybe I can keep this one over here. This one over here. So this one I need to wire at the moment because it's very young. It's not very thick. So I think I'm going to continue with this one and this one. Yeah. So we don't need that much wire, but let's see. Another thing that I can pay attention to is not to wire in such a way that I place the wire in the markings. That little rail that was formed there, if I can keep the wire away from those, that'll be better, because what you're going to do is just make it worse. So the markings just make them worse. That'll be a bit challenging, but it can be done, I think. So this one over here. I don't like that angle, so I'm going to do this instead. Yeah, that's a terrible angle too, but I think it'll it'll be okay. We continue with this one. And, you know, I gotta be careful to avoid little branches, little shoots from the main branches, because those are going to be the secondary branches, right? Gotta keep them above, not under the wiring. Yeah. So let's see. I think it's okay. Now this one, it's a bit thicker. We can continue to wire, and I think I'm gonna wire it with this one over here. This one right here. Yeah. So it's gonna be, this is gonna be like a branch, and this is gonna be the apex. I think it will all make sense when I do that, but the time being, I'm just gonna do it and then show you. Yeah. So I'm gonna pause the video and then we can continue. So this is the branch that I want to wire with this one over here. And you can see that it's quite thick. Yeah, it looks like the apex and it's working as an apex right now, but I intend for this to be the apex. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten it, and I'm going to use that secondary growth, this one right here, as a branch. You know, if I want to make that clearer, go ahead and cut this. That will work as a branch. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Maybe I can I'm not sure if the camera is gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Anyway, I said this one and that one over there. So how can we do that? How can we reach this branch over here? I'm gonna pause the video. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, both of them are wired now. We can see that the wire goes from here to here, and I decided to add a little bit more, an extra segment there, because it's when I did the wiring, I was missing a little piece, and so I added an extra segment there. So all of the branches that I want to move are now wired, and now I'm going to place the camera down and you know, do the bending so you can see. Another thing is that I decided to cut another branch. The branch that was going to be the apex, it's now the branch that I'm going to move to the back, and this is going to be the apex. Yeah. So I'm going to put the camera down, and then we're going to bend it into position. Okay, so here I go. The first branch that I want to place is this one over here. A bit horizontal. We can give it a nice little movement there. The other one is this one, which is going to be a back branch over here. And I'm going to have to pause the video because I'm in Mexico and there's a lot of people trying to sell things with speakers in their cars, announcing whatever it is they're selling. Maybe donuts, tamales, seafood, tortillas, and whatnot. Yeah. So it's another one. It's kind of ugly at the moment, yeah. Maybe with more movements. This branch, I mean. You can see how it goes down. That's I heard that's called the octopus arm effect, and it doesn't look pretty, but at the moment it's what we have, right? So maybe in the future we can correct that. But yeah, that's the first one. Second one, then this one over here we can move like this. Yeah, this one over here is going to be another side branch like this. Like so. Maybe this one can come to the front and cover this plane over here. And there's another back branch over here. And I'm going to move this one to the back. Sorry. So here we are. We can see that the branches are now in place. And we can kind of see the main structure this tree is going to have. Yeah. These branches are a bit low at the moment, but this is going to change in the future too, because this tends to go up towards the sun. But yeah, here we can see the main structure of the branches. Yeah, this one, and the apex. This is, like I said before, a sacrifice branch. So yeah, I think at the moment it doesn't look that good. It doesn't look that great, but in the future it is going to be kind of interesting. Place the camera down so we can see. This one can go a bit low like that. This one like this too. You know. Now we move back. We can see there's actually a little cutting that I put there, but we can remove this out of the way. Looks better. See? I'm gonna go ahead and remove this little tuft of growth just because it's growing downwards, like so. I don't know. On camera, it looks awful, but I can tell you from what I'm looking at right now that this is kind of promising, you know? See this? This little branch over here, like this, the apex. I'm also gonna prune a little bit of that sacrifice branch so that the bigger can come into the main trunk. Another thing that we can do in the future is air layer this, just so that we can have a nice little bonsai or pre-bonsai in the future. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you have any comments, doubts, questions, anything, drop them down below. Please follow my terrarium channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.